Supreme War Director Kraxnar of the Obsidian Hierarchy gazed upon the holographic display with undisguised satisfaction. 10,000 warships, the combined might of 7 sector fleets, spread across three-dimensional space in the perfectly choreographed Eternal Spear formation. Each vessel, from the smallest interceptor to the planet-cracking dreadnoughts, represented the pinnacle of hierarchy engineering. The largest armada assembled in 15 millennia of hierarchy dominance, all to conquer one insignificant world Earth. Magnificent, is it not? He remarked to Strategic Overseer Velthax, his second-in-command. The humans will submit the moment our fleet emerges from hyperspace. Velthax's facial tendrils rippled in the pattern, denoting cautious agreement. Intelligence reports suggest the humans may be more problematic than anticipated, Supreme Director. Kraxnar's tertiary eyes swiveled to regard his subordinate with barely concealed disdain. Primitive bipeds, barely 3 centuries into space exploration. Their most advanced vessels still use fusion propulsion and kinetic weaponry. There are anomalies in the surveillance data, Velthax persisted. The orbital infrastructure around their homeworld appears rudimentary, and yet long-range scans detected energy signatures inconsistent with their apparent technological level. Sensor ghosts, Kraxnar dismissed. We've monitored their communications for decades. If they possessed advanced technology, it would be evident in their transmissions. Unless they deliberately maintain the appearance of technological inferiority, Velthax suggested quietly. The Supreme Director's exoskeletal plates clicked together in amusement. An entire species engaged in deception? Unlikely. Their brains are too individualistic for such coordination. Velthax knew better than to argue further. The Supreme Director had already committed to this conquest, his final triumph before ascending to the ruling conclave. 10,000 ships to subjugate a single world seemed excessive, but Kraxnar wanted a spectacle, not merely a victory. Final preparations are complete, announced the tactical officer. Fleet is ready for hyperspace transit. Excellent. Kraxnar settled into his command throne, neural interfaces connecting to his central nervous system. Execute jump sequence. Destination, Sol system. The immense armada spanning nearly a light minute of space folded into hyperspace with perfect synchronization. The journey to Earth would take precisely 17 minutes. 14 minutes into transit, something unprecedented occurred. Alarms blared across the command deck of the flagship Eternal Dominion. Neural interfaces flooded with emergency protocols. Ships across the fleet were reporting dimensional disturbances within the hyperspace corridor. Impossible, muttered the navigation officer. Nothing can intercept a vessel in hyperspace transit. Before anyone could respond, the tactical officer's voice cut through the confusion. Unknown vessel detected. It's traveling with us in the hyperspace corridor. Display, Kraxnar commanded. The main view screen shifted to show the impossible a vessel of unfamiliar configuration. Its hull, a deep matte black that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. No visible propulsion systems. No energy emissions. Just a sleek, predatory shape, approximately 2 kilometers in length, pacing the hierarchy fleet through hyperspace as effortlessly as a fish swimming alongside a school of prey. Most disturbing of all was the emblem clearly visible on its hull, a stylized representation of Earth, encircled by laurel branches. A human vessel, Velthax whispered. They can navigate hyperspace without a corridor. Tactical analysis, Kraxnar demanded, rising from his command throne. Unknown configuration, the tactical officer replied, mandibles clicking with agitation. No recognizable weapon signatures. No engine emissions. Hull composition doesn't match any known material. Open communication channels, the Supreme Director ordered. All frequencies. After a moment, The communications officer reported, "Channel established." "They're transmitting." The view screen shifted to show the interior of what was clearly a warship's command center. At its center stood a human female with dark skin and close-cropped silver hair. She wore a simple gray uniform with minimal insignia. "This is Admiral Maya Chen of the Terran Defense Force vessel Nemesis," she stated without preamble. "You are leading a hostile fleet toward Earth's sovereign space. Reverse course immediately or face consequences."